When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
Hey everyone. So people are really upset with Kanye West, huh? I watched the entire interview. And I know I'm late on this subject, but I truly thought that people would wisen up and pipe down when it came to what Kanye said, and not only what he said, but the words behind it, the deeper meaning to it. I thought, foolishly, that once people processed what he said, they would get past it. And unfortunately, that's not the case. So I'm going to give you I'm going to tell you, first of all, I'm not upset with Kanye West. I wholeheartedly and 100% agree with what he said in terms of slavery and in terms of making America great. So let's start with the slavery portion of it, because that's what has most black people upset, at least the black people I've seen on the internet and on Twitter. People seem to have taken his words completely out of context. I did not interpret what he said as meaning our ancestors had a choice as to whether they would be slaves or not. That was not my interpretation of his words. My understanding of what he was saying was 400 years, and it's still going on, this mental and social slavery that we have allowed to continue to be our norm. That was my interpretation. I don't think he would be crazy enough, or that he is stupid enough to say and or believe that our ancestors had a choice in becoming slaves in the U.S. and around the world. Because that would take more than just foolishness to make a comment like that and actually believe it. But people have decided to run with this, so much so that he's received death threats from his own people for saying something that they interpreted to be either disrespectful, stupid, ignorant, however. But these are the same people that have watched black men be murdered, slaughtered in the streets across this nation, and they've made no threats, and they've acted upon no threats to the very people that are actually killing our people. Yet you make threats to Kanye West for having an opinion and expressing himself about where we are today mentally and socially as a people. This is why black people stay losing. This is why we have not evolved as a community on a global level. Because All someone has to do is say one thing, and let those words be misinterpreted, and all of a sudden, we're in reaction mode. Why are we so easily triggered? How is it someone can say something as simple as what Kanye West said, and it become this, it's almost as if a nuclear bomb was set off. The other thing I don't understand about us is, why do we idolize celebrities? Why aren't we idolizing ourselves and placing ourselves on the level in which we place these stars, these people who we do not know other than what we see in interviews and we hear through their music, or we watch through their movies and television shows? We don't know these people. You don't know the core of these people. Why are you idolizing them? It's astounding. And this is why we are where we are as a people. When Kanye initially went into that interview with TMZ, he was going to discuss his Make America Great Again cap, the cap he wore, and I suppose he got from Trump.
Ladies and gentlemen, Northwest's father.
What's good? Kanye, how you doing, man?
What's good?
Welcome
How
to
you doing, Kanye? Thank you so much. So, first of all, thank you so much for coming here and doing this. I want to start with what everybody is talking about, because I don't think people necessarily understand what happened last week with the Make America Great Again hat. So everybody wants to hear from you, and I want to have a discussion about it. What drove you to that? What was your point? What are you trying to do with the message you're sending?
Well, it was really just my subconscious. It was a feeling I had, like people were taught how to think, we're taught how to feel. We don't know how to think for ourselves. We don't know how to feel for ourselves. People say feel free, but they don't really want us to feel free. And I felt a freedom in, first of all, just doing something that everybody tells you not to do. Like, you can't do it for this reason. You can't do this for that reason. So, and, I'm not coming up here to justify anything. It's, you can't tell me nothing. I made the song, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me what I'm, supposed to do. And also, it's like the idea of icons and representations. I don't subscribe to icons. You take like the Nazi symbol. If you go to India, it's all over the place, but it doesn't represent that. It represents something different. So for me to wear that hat means I want to make America great in my own way.
So were you wearing the hat specifically to show support for Donald Trump?
Or was it a bigger statement about free thought?
What? I mean, I'm an artist, right? So to ask an artist, there's infinite reasons. There's infinite reasons to the why an artist does something. An artist doesn't need suggestions. An artist needs paintbrush and a canvas. So this opened up a conversation. I'm probably going to do the least good explanation of why. I'm just connected with the universe, period.
And let's speak on that topic for a bit. He should be able to support whomever he wants. Why is this an issue? And this is what he was talking about when he spoke on us. Us being in this enslaved and slave mentality. Everyone thinks the same. Everyone feels the same. Everyone expresses themselves in the same manner. It is so monolithic. No one is bold enough, is brave enough to step outside of the norms. And if you do, the masses will pounce upon you in a very aggressive manner. And so no one speaks because they're afraid to. Nobody wants to be beaten down. Nobody wants to be slaughtered for having an opinion that's outside of everyone else's. But you know who had the insight to see that there was a group of people that think and feel the way I do? Trump. And that's how Trump was able to win his presidency. He didn't win it because he's so well-spoken or he's so charismatic or he's, such a people person. He won it because there's a group of people who feel and think like I do, and that is they are sick and tired of being stifled in this socially correct society. That's how he won. And so what this should do, or what his winning the presidency should have done, was woken up the sheep who insist on everyone thinking and feeling the way that they do. And if you don't, then there's something wrong with you. People are allowed, whether they are correct or incorrect, they should be allowed to think, feel, and express how they think, feel, and want to express themselves. The thing that makes this, one of the things, I should say, that makes the world so interesting and so intriguing and so exciting is that we are not all the same. We do not think the same, feel the same, do the same things, express ourselves in the same manners. This is what makes the world so intriguing.